Well, hello, students. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Welcome to another English lesson here on the channel where I have the opportunity to help you to improve your English comprehension, vocabulary, and fluency. On today's lesson, I have an English through story lesson, and it is somewhat of an intermediate, maybe advanced level, as I will read it a little quickly to challenge you. And I have some key vocabulary words that may challenge some of you. Today's story is called An Honest Paycheck. So I will teach you about that. I hope you're ready for a little learning and laughter. Let's dive into today's story. Devin showed up to the job site early, ready to earn an honest paycheck installing new carpet. So Devin showed up to the job site early, simply letting us know that he was or is an early riser. Okay, he's the type of person that likes to start his day early and get things done. I am somewhat like that. Now, notice he was ready to earn an honest paycheck. This describes a person that makes money legally. It describes someone who does not do things that are against the law to make money. So he's trying to earn an honest paycheck. We also use that phrase to describe someone who is a hard worker. So you might say, I worked 10 hours today to earn an honest paycheck. So you're describing someone who has good work ethic. Let's see what happens. The house looked ordinary from the outside. But the moment he stepped in, something felt off. So the house looked ordinary. In other words, the house looked basic. There was nothing that made it unique or different. It didn't stand out from the other houses that were around it. It was ordinary. It was simple. It was something that was basic. That's a great way we put it. It's basic. Now, notice the house looked ordinary from the outside, but the moment he stepped in, something felt off. Okay, he felt off. He was uneasy. He looked around and something was not normal. Made his skin crawl, probably. Something was off. Let's continue. The air carried a stench that made his nose wrinkle. Okay? The air carried a stench. In other words, the house stank. It was very smelly. It needed some deodorizer. Okay, so when his nose wrinkled, he probably, that stinks. Okay, notice what happened. He unrolled the carpet and began measuring the living room floor. He began measuring, okay, the living room floor. As he knelt down, or he got on one knee, tiny, making my skin crawl, black fleas began jumping in his arms, on his arms and legs. Devin slapped at them in disgust. Oh my goodness. He's like, ah. Oh, the fleas are jumping on Devin and he's not liking it. I mean, just talking about it is making my skin crawl. Okay. Now, let me teach you this real quickly. This is a little funny to me. Notice Devin slapped at them in disgust. He slapped. Okay. So to slap, Now, a slang term that means something is good, the young people use the word slapped. So you may go out to eat and have a cheeseburger, and the cheeseburger is delicious. And you may say, oh man, this is good. This cheeseburger is nice. The young people say, oh, that cheeseburger slapped. It slapped. So in other words, it was good. It was delicious. I'm a little bit too old to say slapped, but when I want to be humorous, I say to my sons, oh yeah, that really slapped. Or sometimes they say it hit different. All right. Notice he slapped at the fleas on his arms and his legs in disgust. So it was something that he didn't like. It wasn't pleasant. Okay. It wasn't comfortable. Let's find out what else happened. Just then he heard scratching noises in the walls and saw a rat dart across the kitchen. Now, I used this word dart in another lesson on last week. It means to shoot quickly across. So your windshield wipers can dart. Someone can dart across a room. Here we see the rat darting across the kitchen floor. His heart pounded and he dropped his tape measure to the ground. Devin is not feeling too well about this situation. Let's find out what he does. More rats, oh my goodness. More rats appeared near the baseboards, their sharp claws scraping the wood. Ooh. So the baseboard of a wall, you can't see it with my camera, but the baseboard is the bottom of the wall. So he could hear the rats clawing and scratching. It's one thing to have mice in your room or in your house. It's another thing to have rats. Oh, Devin. Overwhelmed, Devin grabbed his tools and made a quick exit, a way out of departure. So he left. He said, I'm out of here. They can't pay me enough to work here. Oh my goodness. When his boss called later, Devin gave an honest explanation about the conditions. Ooh, could you stay there and continue to work for an honest paycheck if the place you were working was infested with fleas and rats? Oh, I couldn't. Let me know down in the comment section if you could or not. Let's conclude the story. He decided no paycheck was worth dealing with fleas and a full-blown infestation. Yeah, I don't think I could have done it. I don't know how much they could have paid me, but for a regular paycheck, nah. Okay, let's read through this story at a quicker pace without stopping. You ready? Devin showed up to the job site early, ready to earn an honest paycheck installing new carpet. The house looked ordinary from the outside, but the moment he stepped in, something felt off. The air carried a stench that made his nose wrinkle. He unrolled the carpet and began measuring the living room floor. As he knelt down, tiny black fleas began jumping on his arms and legs. Devin slapped at them in disgust. Just then, he heard scratching noises in the walls and saw a rat dart across the kitchen. His heart pounded, and he dropped his tape measure to the ground. More rats appeared near the baseboards, their sharp claws scratching the wood. Overwhelmed, Devin grabbed his tools and made a quick exit. When his boss called later, Devin gave an honest explanation about the conditions. He decided no paycheck was worth dealing with fleas and a full-blown infestation. Well, I'm with Devin. I don't think that check was worth it. But sometimes you have to work in conditions you may not like just to make an honest paycheck. Well, I hope you have enjoyed today's English lesson. Be sure to watch again and study the key words and phrases. And if it has helped you, I hope you share it with a friend. And until next time, I hope you join me on my next English lesson. I'll see you then.